welcome to TSB Means Business, a program brought to you by the Savings Bank. My name's Allie Houghton. I'll be the host of your program today. Joining me are Pete Johnston, Senior VP and Senior Commercial Banking Officer, Nick Kafalis, VP Commercial Banking, and John Ambrosino, President of Total Temperature Control, Inc. Thank you all for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me.
Today we want to take an opportunity to talk about small businesses and small business banking. Small businesses make up a significant portion of our region and national economies, and they do great things in our local communities. We're pleased to have a local business owner, John, of Total Temperature Control, as our guest today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
John, can you tell us a little bit about your business, Total Temperature Control? Whom do you serve? What's your niche?
Well, Total Temperature is kind of fun. This is our 30th year in business. We've been in Wakefield since 1997. We relocated from Stoneham. We, as a family, moved to Wakefield. We had small kids. We wanted to be part of the Wakefield community. When we moved in, we decided that we have to move our business here as well. So we did both. So we bought the building that used to be the famous North Ave liquor store. But now it's Total Temperature Control. And just recently, we're referred to as Total Temperature Control, not the old North Ave liquor store, which is great. But what we do is we try to combine old school from where I came from and then with the newest technology. So our thing is we have a little twist, mixing it all together and coming out with really high efficiency products. So again, when I first started, I figured that just want to do it the best I could, and I want to be the company where quality matters. So we've really strived over the years of picking individuals to work with us that were qualified and good, and we slowly grew and grew to the point where we feel confident that we can provide some really good service and really good systems. So as far as new buildings as well as really old stuff. So we've actually won an award this year for preservation of an older building and putting a new company into a very, very old building. And it's kind of won an award that was for the whole entire state of Massachusetts this year.
Congratulations.
So it was kind of fun. Thank you.
That's great. So being in business since 1990, you've seen a couple different business cycles. And is a business like yours subject to those economic cycles?
Oh, yes. You know, we have a lot of things going for us. Our business is an emergency-based business. So we have everything planned and everything's all set and ready to go. And then an emergency comes and everything changes. But we also have to deal with the economy as well as being not dependent on weather, but stimulated by weather. So all these kind of things happen every day, which makes it, when you leave the day before, you get everything planned and everything's in its place and you feel really comfortable. And by the next morning, you're pulling your hair out and you're moving and switching and moving everything around because of an emergency or weather or, So it's what makes it exciting is this is just never ever dull. It's always something new. And we do take care of a lot of really priority customers, special needs, and a bunch of different things. So it's really important. It's funny, is you didn't think of an HVAC company as being, people being dependent on it, but there's a lot of people being very dependent on it for health reasons. So we try to balance everything and take care of it as best we can.
Yeah. What are your biggest challenges that you faced, especially with older homes?
Well, we have to have, newer, higher efficiency products in homes. And some of the homes around here specifically are very old. So we have to make them shiny and new and jump generations in heating and cooling equipment, but really not change the aesthetics. And that's the whole key. We've gone to having special grills made that are dated to the era. We've done some interesting column work to try to get ductwork in places that don't you don't want to see it, but you have to do it. So you really have to balance efficiency, design, and aesthetics. So you got to kind of pick whatever's got to work for all three of them. Sometimes the decisions are tough, but we kind of put a lot of time and effort into it to make sure that we get the balance. And that's what's key.
Yeah. What are the biggest changes you've seen in the industry since 1990?
I've been in the industry since 1980, which is interesting. So, a decade in the air conditioning business is amazing. Not so much maybe as a computer business, but this changes in our industry every day. So the key and the challenges is to stay on top of what's new, what's good, what's reliable, equipment integrity. I'm on a lot of boards that are designed and built with contractors all over the country to pick and help design and critique equipment. So we check for boilers. We have boilers that we work with, and we say, okay, I like this, I don't like this, we got to change this, we got to change that. HVAC equipment, I like this is a good portion of it, this you can't get it out. So we're able to help critique some of our industry. I spend a lot of time in that because that's kind of, it's just exciting. I don't know what that makes me, but it is exciting, the equipment, the efficiency, the way it operates. We have a training facility at our shop, and we put a lot of time in making sure that if there's something new or something exciting, we have the manufacturer come in and we have like a one-on-one with our guys. So everyone's on the same page. So when you're putting on a piece of equipment, you got to know all the pros and all the cons and how it works and all the idiosyncrasies of it. So the more that we learn together, the better off we all are. We're all on the same page. It makes it kind of interesting.
Yeah. So if you kind of had some insight of what the future of HVAC would be in the next coming years, what do you think you'd say?
It's pretty interesting. Gas is a great fuel right now. We're up to 98.7% efficiency, variable input, variable speed, all kinds of innovation. You say to yourself, in the heating industry, 98.7. Wow, what do we got to get to 99? Where are we going? So I think the fuels are going to be looked at more closely. I think the fuels are going to change. I think our fossil fuels, our electric, oil and gas, I think there's going to be tweaking there. I think there's going to be something that takes place because it's a pretty, we're coming to the point where when you get to 100%, I mean, that's pretty cool. And as far as air conditioning goes, variable input, variable speed is super Sears of seasonal energy efficiencies. When I started, there were 6. That was big. Now they're 21. Now they're variable speed. Now they're 2-stage. Now they're 3-stage. So they are innovative. In the computer industry has really invaded our industry. All our thermostats now aren't necessarily, the old mercury switches anymore. They're actually proportional computers. They make the equipment run precisely what's needed for each day. So all this engineering to get a system to work, what we used to do is kind of design it for the hottest day of the year or the coldest day of the year, in which made it really kind of perfect 3% of the time, and then it was kind of oversized 97% of the time. But with this new equipment, it's actually precisely designed and balanced for any temperature. So that innovation is wild. Of course, sort of interesting engineering-wise. I wonder what the school's like now, because it's absolutely an entirely different world out there as far as equipment goes. It's an engineer's, it's a dream. It's like, wow, we can just basically, instead of trying to size the equipment for the house on any given circumstance, the equipment will do it for us as it goes along. So it's really made our industry exciting. It's fun. It's you can do things today that we could never do in a comfort level and the cost of operation. My house was built originally in 1997, and I was able to, we had an unfortunate fire, so we were able to rebuild the house. We rebuilt it. The equipment changers were amazing. The insulation ratings were amazing, and the cost of energy in the same exact house in the same exact spot cut down maybe 40%. So innovation is just amazing as far as for everybody. So there are so many new things out there that you got to stay on top of it, because what you think is the greatest thing today, tomorrow's already obsolete. So our industry is coming to the point where it's exciting. Yeah.
So would you say the technology aspect of the HVAC industry is probably one of your more favorite parts of it?
It really is.
Yeah.
It's there are a lot of systems that are still, what we call them, basic, and it's almost like a crime to put those in, because there's so much that they've innovated so much. It's like if you went to buy a car, you wouldn't buy a car that was 40 years old. You know what I mean? And the technology is still not the same. But the new stuff is just amazing. So I'd have to say that it gives us an opportunity to provide our customers with some really great systems. And by doing so, it allows the customer to be really happy and really comfortable, which then allows them, we're part of a carrier program where they do independent surveys, and they talk to the customers who install, and it's kind of an incentive-based program based on customer satisfaction, not sales. And we've won actually 7 awards from Carrier President's Awards. And they're kind of neat because it's a nationwide award. Maybe 50 people in the country, 60 people in the country win. And we're a very small company to win. So what's great about that is that we've actually won 7.
Wow.
So it's kind of a fun thing to win. It's kind of a we don't always have an opportunity, to lift a trophy up. But we do in that particular case. So I'm really happy with that.
Yeah. So in addition to a lot of the awards you've won, you've also been featured on a lot of interesting programs. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. It was fun. We've done This Old House, and that was a fun situation. We've done Bob Vila, Home Again. That was another fun situation. It was kind of cool. We've been on we did a historic library. And a historic library was for the Boston Conservatory of Music. It was, I think, 117 years old. And we had to put air conditioning in it and maintain humidity because some of the books were, very old. Yeah. But we actually did that and maintained the integrity of the books, some rare books, and we actually got an award for that. We were interviewed for another little TV show about that in New York Stock Exchange. So interesting. Yeah. And we like innovative things. We've done a lot of innovative work for the aquarium. We've done a lot of innovative work for some research and development companies. So we've done everything from comfort cooling for residential homes to commercial industrial to pretty rare aquatic piping of bird rooms and things like that, environmental. So we try to stay, first, current, and enjoy the challenges.
Sounds like you're not afraid of any job.
No, actually, something is I love when something's got a little bit of excitement to it because no one likes to do the same thing every day, and so I would have to say that my day is never the same, and at the end of it, I say, "Wow, I learned something today."
New today.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
keeps it fresh.
The Savings Bank's really happy to have a business relationship with you. And as a family-owned business in Wakefield, can you share a little bit about what you're looking for in financial providers?
I tell you, one of the things that I'm good at is designing, repairing of air conditioning systems. That's something that I kind of love. But the banking side of it, the money side of it, all that side of it, that's not my big forte. But I will tell you, I have an issue. Nick, I got a problem. Nick, I need this. Nick, I need that.
Yep.
2 minutes later, it pops up. Sign this, you're good. That's so. In other words, being with Savings Bank is like having an extension of our office, and I really have to say that I only need that. I got to have that, and that's just amazing. I mean, we've been in other banks, and I just not this. You never get the same person. All I remember is going to this bank for 20 years, and I went in there to get something notarized, and the bank president came up to me and said, "Oh, do you have an account here?" I said, "Not anymore." And I was just devastated with the fact that, and not that I didn't look him in the eye and talk to him 2 days before. When he said it to me, that 2 days later, I said, this is not for us. We need someone that we can rely on, someone that we can use as a business partner, someone that we can use to resolve things, help us, and even things that we don't even ask for, we get taken care of. We got a car loan, and then bought a new truck for the guys as everything was going good. Car loan comes, and Nick says, "Listen, we can take these combined, and we can do this, and then you're going to get all this, and you're going to save money." And I looked at it and says, "Oh my God, I can buy another vehicle now because that's how much money we save." So it's like, this is great. And would I have looked at that? No, but it wasn't asked for. It took care of it. Everything was done.
Yeah.
So I feel very confident. We see something comes up in the business opportunity. We want to expand. We want to buy trucks. We want to do anything. I know someone's got my back. Someone will tell me that's not good. That's not bad. So it's like a new set of eyes, a confident set of eyes, someone I trust. So my wife and I, we really feel comfortable. It's like kind of like feel as though we're all like they're in our office somewhere. We just don't know where they are yet. So I really have to say that having that in any vendor, but especially a bank is amazing.
Yeah.
So we're really comfortable, really happy, and we did not realize it was like this. I mean, we've gone for so long not knowing that things were like this. And now it's like, now we have a home.
Yeah.
So we're very, very happy.
So that personal aspect means a lot to you.
It is. It does. Yeah. I would have to say that, we started in 1990. And 20 years didn't know anybody's name at the bank. Now I feel comfortable. I know people. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, just to say hi. Just say hi in the street.
Right.
Hi beeping by. It's amazing. So very, very happy.
Nick, do you have anything to add in maybe your perspective as the commercial banker?
I think John hit on a lot of the aspects. As a community banker, we like to have a relationship that works well with the customer. And as John mentioned, he has my phone number, my cell phone number. So if he has an issue or a problem or has something he wants to run by me, he has access to me. And what I try to do with my small business customers and customers in general is when I look at their financial statements, I look at their balance sheet, I also act as an accountant, if you will, or a financial advisor to make suggestions, not to enforce them, but just to bring them to a light so that they can understand them. John made a perfect example. We recently did a consolidation of several automobile loans, which saved them money, giving them more cash flow. So just suggestions like that and let them process it, sleep on it, and think about it, helps them to continue to improve their cash flow so that they can continue doing what they do best, and that's servicing their industry. And that's what we like to be able to do at the Savings Bank.
So you're taking a lot of worry away from the business owner.
Yeah, and puts it on myself. So yes, that's a good way of looking at it, Allie.
Yeah. And Pete, you've been working with small businesses, local small businesses for many years. What do you feel makes the community bank, like the Savings Bank, different from another larger bank?
Well, I think, I thought about the question and I thought to myself, geez, what do I say that hasn't already been said? I think the whole trusted advisor role, I think having someone who, as you said, John, has your back, that actually has a vested interest because maybe you sit on a community board together or you're involved in something that extends beyond the bank. It's that customer service that makes you feel as though you can be expert in the things that you're expert in because you've got an expert on the banking side, or a team of experts, really. I mean, that's one of the things that we feel as though we have to offer is a team approach, a collaborative approach, a relationship-oriented approach to doing business. And it seems to be resonating, at least with one guy, which is great.
It really is. I mean, you'd like to go. I mean, we live in the town. Raise children in the town. We have a business in the town. We go to all the places in town. Our kids have grown up with all the people in town. You go to the store, you see customers and stuff. It's kind of like this community. And the bankers were always not in that community. Now they're in the community. So now it's like you go to the store, you go to get groceries, and you see customers, business people, friends. You really feel part of a community. And then again, it takes the whole village to make things happen, and everybody does. We have customers in there. We have reliable, very happy with the way things are going, and it just makes us relax and focus on what we have to focus on, and know that if there's something that we need, we get someone that will help us.
Yeah, I think you've really described Wakefield to how people see it in this community. But is there any other of your favorite parts of being in Wakefield, where you live in Wakefield, you work in Wakefield, you've stayed here for so many years?
Yeah, I coached a lot in Wakefield, coached baseball and hockey, basketball, soccer at times. The community was good. The kids, it's really good. And again, because I have 3 children in 3 different age groups, you get to know the children from quite a bit.
Yeah.
And, still a lot of kids still call me coach. You're like, oh, well, it's pretty cool, except they're all taller than me now, which I don't understand, but I guess they kept growing and I haven't. But it is fun to see them all. They're all professionals now. They're all grown up in the workforce. They're all, adults now. A lot of them have children now. It's an amazing thing. So I do, like I say, I love Wakefield. I love the community. I love the way the town's maintained, kind of a deal. It's not messy. It's very homey. They did a nice job at keeping it that way,
Mhm.
which is really nice for
Yeah.
us. And again, since you work in Wakefield, you live in Wakefield, there's a lot of Wakefield,
Mhm.
and we're very pleased that we spend a lot of our time here, and we enjoy it. We enjoy a lot of people in town. So it's you feel community sense, and it's well deserved.
Yeah.
We've spent a lot of time here too. haven't we,
Yes,
Ally?
yes. So as you know, we are celebrating our 150th this year, and coming up next week on June 22nd, we're celebrating a big bash down at the Common, and we hope you'll be joining us.
It would be an honor to join. I thought 30 years was big. Then I see 150, I go, wow.
You just multiply everything by 5.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be at my 150th. I don't think I'm going to be around.
And I want to thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be back next month with a new edition of TSB Means Business.